Welcome, friends. Today, we are doing another live stream. Nice. That's right, friends. Once again, I've told you I have shown up. I am okay. Glad you were okay. I'm okay. Hope everyone's okay. Dev's okay. Welcome, Dev. Look after yourself, son. Paroli, welcome. You are wearing Fahrenheit Absolute. Absolute. What a great fragrance. Absolutely. Where is it? There it is. Oh, I might wear this tomorrow now you mention it. Supply and Demand is wearing Cruz del Sur 2. Wore it at the gym. I was at the physio today and I wore Santal Majuscule. Completely inappropriate, but I was fucking loving it. Evening, Oh Murray. Nice to see you too. You were wearing Iris Fauve. I used to own Iris Fauve. Very nice. A little bit mushroomy though. Had that kind of mushroom smell texture thing, which is very apparent in a lot of Iris fragrances. Still very nice though. And welcome, Oh Murray. I haven't seen you in here before. Please be welcome. Sit, pull up a pew, join in, have a nice time. Ooh. What else? Enrique, how are you? We're wearing Pasha Parfum. Dev has decided to show up. How kind. Omar, grr, how are you? Dev is wearing nice bergamot because he worked out today. Well, that was nice. Nice bergamot. Hi, Stephs. Hi, Saab. How are you? Omar, welcome. You are wearing La Labo Poivre 23. I was going to say 23 in a French accent there, like a pillock. Yes, I definitely see the mushroom comparison. Thanks for the welcome. Well, mushrooms and iris, apparently irises and onions are apparently in the same family, right? And I know I was saying about mushrooms, but like my friend was telling me irises and mushrooms are in like the same family or like in that same sort of thing. And onions are the root of the plant, as is where iris is taken from. The smell of iris comes from the root. And onions are the root, same as carrots. Carrots are a root. The thing we eat of a carrot is the root of the plant, which I found quite interesting. And mushrooms are like, mushrooms have that they're like super organisms, aren't they? They're like fucking, how the hell I've got onto this, I have no idea. But mushrooms are like the super organism, and like they're the biggest organism on the planet. There's one in the west. Is it the west coast of the United States? The northwest coast? Aren't onions not roots, but an allium? Yes. I apologize. You're right. But the biggest organism on the planet is apparently a fucking giant carpet of mushroom. It's all one mushroom. But it's a big carpet on this floor in a forest in the northwest United States. Welcome, Ty. Not sure what I've tuned into here. Somebody got talking about mushroom. Well, I got talking about mushrooms. Sorry, not somebody, me. And then I veered off into onions and iris. So it's good value, this channel. You get a lot. Welcome, Saab Replay. Hi guys, wearing, don't know what to wear today though. Maybe Nashane Annie in honor of Robes' review today. I saw Robes uploaded that video, but I didn't comment. It's definitely a pedestrian fragrance, but I enjoy it. I'm not sure I have smelled Annie. I've seen the film though. Evening. Welcome, Arseth Almeida. I haven't seen you here before. A couple of debutantes today. Welcome. Hello there. Please. Come in and sit down. You are wearing Bogue My. I've got a sample of that somewhere. I always used to get MDCI and Bogway mixed up. Is it Bogway or Bogue? I think it's Bogway, isn't it? 'Tis the time for winter truffles. Not massively into truffles, if I'm honest. But they're bloody expensive. Good grief. Do you know if the current version of Bellamy Vetiver is good? Thoughts on Hermes reformulations? Well, as a general rule, perfume houses that have got in-house perfumers tend to do better reformulations than perfume houses without in-house perfumers, because you've got a perfumer working on their own perfume. So they know what they want it to smell like. They know where it's like, where the holes need to be filled in, and the thing they're going for. Usually, when someone reformulates a perfume, my theory is that they reformulate it using either a junior perfumer or a perfumer who had nothing to do with the original creation. So they're coming in blind. So I think, as a rule of thumb, as if a perfume house has an in-house perfumer, right, then if a perfume house has an in-house perfumer, then their reformulations are going to be superior. I, my friends, may or may not have bought another Maître Parfumé Elegante. Those 4 I tested the other day were pretty fucking great, like, I can tell you. Goodness me. Don't think I've ever had 4 out of 4 before. All 4 of those were great. But I have found a bottle of Bois de Turkey, and I have found another one, a new one. I'm now looking to try Patchouli 24. Want something smoky. Get you Queer by Mona Diorio, although there are rumours that it's been discontinued. Upsetting rumours. Is modern MPEG still decent? Yes, very decent. More than decent. A varied range of topics. I'm not mad about it this time. Yeah. I try to keep it to perfume, and I certainly don't like talking about politics and religion. Jesus. That way absolute ruin lies. Nobody wins. You start talking about shit like that. And plus I like having somewhere where we can go to get away from the world. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. JCE is very consistent. I wore Heaven Can Wait. I say I wore it. I tried it in the shop. Was it yesterday? I'm not even going to buy a 10ml of that. The 150, 55 quid for it. And I'm certainly not buying a full bottle. So, looks like that one's gone. Carl, bro, how are you, says Dev. Carl, how are you? Hello, Andre. How are you? You're wearing Vinay Havan. I was tempted to wear Vinay Havan today myself. Hello, Dushan. It's absolutely pouring down here. I'm glad you're having a fantastic night. Weather's absolutely chronic here. Scent of the night, MDCI Chypropolitan. Resinous. I love the Guerlain seashell chocolates. Goulian seashell chocolates. Not truffles, I know, but they're great. I like the stream, says Dushan. Rich, what does Amber and a Wee smell like to you in the dry down? I have no idea what's going on, but I'm sure it's not amber. It's vaguely woody Ambrox mishmash to me. So I get a tobacco note. I'm sure I get tobacco in it. I'm sure I get tobacco in it. Very unusual. Where is my decant? There it is. It's lovely at the top and in the mid though, but it is definitely like an Ambrox Like, it's a high-end Ambroxan, but it's Ambroxan. Like, let there be no doubt. So numerous watches from a collection over there. Ooh. Mr. O'Dwyer. Good grief. I'll have to reply to you later, my friend. I've just received a very interesting message from someone. Sorry, friends, I'm sweating balls for some reason. Oh! It's pouring down outside. Yeah, amber and away. At the top and the mid are glorious. The base, some outrageous kind of Ambroxan tobacco thing. Hello, Tim Wilcox. How did you find the samples I sent you, mate? I wonder if they reformulated any. His review had nothing to do with my experience of it. That's the miracle of perfume, that, mate. We all smell the same things, but we have different reactions, don't we? Excuse me. It's noticeably piercing, fuzzy even, says Dev. I think it's a honey mushroom complex that is the biggest organism. A honey mushroom? I was going to lurk today, but if you're talking mushroom, how can I resist? Welcome, Kelly. Kelly was looking rather fetching in her latest video. I was enjoying it greatly. Very colourful. What do you just spray, Doug? I heard spraying sound and it was awesome. I just sprayed Parfum de Habit by Maître Parfum Elegante. I may or may not have bought a bottle of that. I'm actually looking forward to the Iris Leather Guerlain Extra Rare. That. What, to look forward to it, or an Iris Leather? Super Jacob was also streaming. Yes, I didn't know he was going to do that. Sorry, Jacob. I know he's had the illness recently. Almost November and we're still getting 30-degree days here. Good grief. Better you than me, mate. Good God. How are you feeling about Amber Roost so far? I'm enjoying it. I'm glad I've got a 50ml. I'm glad that there was a bit of hassle getting it. I actually bought it on the 9th of October and it just never, whatever happened, they didn't ship it. I got a tracking number, but it never moved from Yodel's, the tracking company's thing, doodah. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Pardon me. Les Ducadobles extra prices are outrageous. I wish. I thought I had a fake when I smelled queer because I could not believe a brand would market that scent. It's such a strong concoction. It's very, very... It's a lot. It's a lot of perfume, isn't it? It's been out in the cold with the dog wearing Acro Dog is a really good, slightly smoky chocolate scent. I can imagine it being good for a cold, dark October evening, yes. Ty says, I'm wearing L'Ombre de Merveille today. I was originally going to wear vintage number 5 Parfum since it arrived today. But I'm not going into that since it's a long and boring story. Okay. Just to clarify, the number 5 isn't boring, but there's a bit of a mishap. Oh dear. Carl and Devo showing each other bro love. Palmer, welcome. You are wearing Le Promise. That was a horrible pronunciation. I do apologise. Le Promise. Promise. From Cartier. A subtle iris, eh? Kelly is laughing. I'm loving the samples, thank you. Especially Balenciaga Pour Homme and Invasion Barbar. Amazing. They are rather nice. I remember testing the modern number 5 ADT in store and it was gorgeous, says Dev. Get in there, Dev. Go and get one. What up, Rich and everyone in the chat? Welcome, Jay-Z. How's Hove? Hope you're well. Two Roses just messaged. What are you creasing at, little man? Scent of the Day Harvest Mouse. I forgot this is one of the ones you liked or thought meh. I got a sample after the fact. I got a sample that I don't think there's any video of me talking about it, but I remember it's very interesting. It's got like hops. It's got a hoppy sort of thing going on. And yeah, I thought it was really interesting actually. Not something I would wear, but an interesting fragrance nonetheless. Rich, I've got enough bottles out of these. It's only decants and maybe one Sultan Pasha Ratar. Says, all right. Have you tried Bandy Vintage yet? It's up here. It's up here. I can see it from here. Shall we try it live on stream? Bandy, June 2017. No, that's not it. Bandy Parfum. Circa 1950. Good Lord. Ooh. Oh, Lord. That is heady. I'm getting something quite dry from that, actually. Green. Smoky. Vintage Bandy is a fucking tour de force. Could not get behind it. Very big green leather. I'm getting green. I'm getting pine. I dismissed it first, but it is more interesting. It gets harder every day figuring what to wear as the collection expands, but it's a problem that is ridiculous to have. It's a good problem to have. It's a good headache. I woke up with a headache this morning, and my neck was like a fucking like a knot. You know, with a big rope. You know, people use them big ropes to tie ships to the shore or to the bay or wherever it is that ships get anchored to. Like a big fuck off tight knot in my neck. And I had some painkillers and it went away. So that was fun. I wish I could start my collection over with what I know now for prices from 10 years ago. I mean, we all wish that. You know, time travel would be hilarious. But we can't. That Bandy's outrageous. It's huge. Burning the very fucking hairs off my nose. So I've got Parfum d'Habit on one hand, which is a blackberry patchouli leather, and I've got Vintage Bandy on the other. Smurfy Girlie sent me some Vintage Taboo the other day. That was nice. My friend put some of that on. She was fucking loving it. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me whilst I rehydrate. Andres Perfume Man got 155 views in one day. He is doing what Jeremy was doing a few years ago. Good for Andres. I have no idea who that is. I don't think. Is he the Brazilian guy? I'm testing out the new Pasha de Cartier Noir Absolute. This is not your ordinary designer. Super smoky. I think you might like it. Pasha, I do love Cartier fragrance. I love Cartier as a brand. As you can see, big fan of Cartier. What neck? My neck. That's what neck. Welcome, Pat Lester. Silence the Sea. It reminds me of my nearby coastal region. I feel like if you're not acquainted with the muggy snot green sea smell, then it will be a shock. Definitely a sea spawn and sea wreck fragrance. It's fucking foul. My God, don't let that put you off. But, dear me. That shit is vile. It smells like a half-sunken rowing boat, right? With water in it, but also with like dead fish that have been trapped in it and have been fermenting for a few weeks. In terms of the heritage dressy watch brands, I prefer JLC to Cartier. I tried on a JLC yesterday, a Polaris. 10 grand the one for it. I thought, you can fucking want away, my friends. Want away. Because I shall not be fucking purchasing it. Oda Erica will be number 1 soon. Fucking huge boobs her. Good grief. Scent of the day is Pure Distance M. Says pulling the strings. Welcome. A reversal would be my retirement watch. Yeah, I was looking at some reversals the other day as well. They're quite nice too. Did you spray it? It's incredibly concentrated. It lasts forever. I did spray it. It's dried out quite a lot actually. It's sitting in the thing. That's about how much I've got left. I don't know if you can see. It really has, like, I wouldn't say it's evaporated, but it's not. There's not a lot left. Oh no. Let's see if I can pour it onto my hand. I mean, it's literally stuck to the bottom of the thing. There it is. There we go. There we go. Lily is melting. Have you stepped outside into the sun, Lily? Is that why you're melting? Are you feeling a little witchy? Why are you melting? Is it because of my pale hand? I was thinking just what you said, Rich. They are indeed huge. I could care less about those reviewers says pulling the strings. They're not reviewers. I totally agree with you putting that in quotation marks. They're not reviewers. They're salespeople. That's what they are. They're selling your perfume. They're not reviewing perfume. They're selling it. But you're looking at the watches. Don't do it. Don't get hot on the watch hobby. Your wallet will not like you, says Kelly. No, I've learned a lot from the perfume hobby. So this watch that I've bought is a watch I've wanted for years, and I reckon that's going to be the guiding principle of any future watch purchase. Not that there's going to be future watch purchases, but if I do get involved in that side of things, I won't be buying brand new. I won't be buying fucking real Rolexes. I won't be buying fucking anything if I can help it. Rock Proddy sent me a picture of his watch the other day. Very lovely. Very lovely. Congratulations. And fair and fair, Rich, how you doing, mate? I am well, thank you. I hope you are well as well. How many wells have I just said? I hope you're well. And it's nice to see you. Yes, and it's like 30 degrees above normal temperatures. Good grief. Also melting because you ignored my emails again. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'll have a look after the stream. Reminders. Send us another one. If you had WhatsApp, or if you would give me your WhatsApp, I could send you voice messages. I could send you... What else could I send you? Because I've known you for quite a while now, Lily. I don't just go around handing out my number. Oh. But yes. Duck, will you spill the beans about Oda Erica, douchebag boyfriend? What about him? Raphael, the prick. I don't know Erica. I don't know anything about her. I don't know nor care. She is what she is. She's like, her stated aim was to get on the PR lists. She wants to be a sales associate. She doesn't want to be a sales associate. She wants to be someone who gets bottles for free and then sells them, you know, or just gets bottles for free and gets like, what do they call it, hospitality from brands and stuff. That's fine. you know. But I don't have to I don't have to endorse it. I don't have to agree with it. I don't like what she does. I don't care. Raphael is a total prick. She's separate from him. I have no problem with her. He's a complete piece of shit. Fuck him. I wouldn't even classify what I'm doing as a review because I don't make videos, perfumes I don't like. That Cartier watch, I'll be doing nothing of the sort, mate. It's basically the verbose endorsement. Good use of the word verbose. Try and use the word verklempt if you can. I think that I like Frederic Malle, but only for their florals. Iris Poudre en passant, Carnal Flower, they are divine. I've got quite a lot of Frederic Malles. Got quite a lot of Frederic Malles. Oh, pardon me. Ducks and dudes. Lily says, I'll think about it. Rich, are we on WhatsApp terms yet? Not yet. Or should I mail you more often? Yes, do that. Give it another year or so. And give it time. I've known Lily for a long time, you see. Melt My Heart is absolutely mouth-watering. I will definitely be wearing it during Halloween. You like Strangelove? It's an expensive house to like. Frederic became German from French. Frederic Malle. Videos on perfumes referring to the weirdly worded comment. We like weirdly worded comments. A little bit of alliteration, a bit of verbose, a bit of verbose comments. I'm not against it. I'm not sure what I'm going to wear tomorrow. Hello, Kratos. How are you? Welcome. It has been a while. It's nice to see you. Please come in and sit down. Pull up a pew. A pew. Ali Khan. Welcome to you. Scent of the Days Goutal's Vetiver. I used to own Goutal's Vetiver. It was very dark and smoky and tarry. Bloody good fragrance though, but it just wasn't for me. It was a bit like Route de Vetiver by Maître Parfum Elegante, a deep, dark, inky, tarry vetiver, you know? I'm a fan. I like that you like Goutal though. Goutal's a great house. I'm absolutely loving Goutal at the minute. Thoughts on Bond number 9, says Pulling the Strings. I think that absolutely crap. Sorry. I've got one of them. I've got New Harlem. But I wouldn't buy any of the other ones. I bought New Harlem off a friend, and it was the vintage one, and because they discontinued it and then re-released it, and it's because it was the only reason I bought it is because I really loved it at the beginning of my perfume niche exploration years ago. And I thought, bollocks, I'll have a bottle of it. And I'm glad I've got a bottle of it. And I'll wear it when the winter comes. Very wintery, I think. It's got that American breakfast thing going on. You used to own Frederic Malle's Promise. Have you sold it? I did sell it. I turned on it. I did. I just thought, fuck, I can't eat this shit. Lily is being naughty. Shock horror. Rich, have you smelled any other of Salt and Passion cigars other than Fougere Noir? Yes. I have smelled a couple others. I've got them in the other room actually. But I cannot for the life of us remember what they are. When I get up to go to the bathroom, I will get them. Remind me. But I've got a couple. They're good. It's very, very good. I may have fallen off the wagon, bought a bunch of Goutal and Nouge as an accomplice. Which did you buy off him? What did you get from him, Lily? Kelly, sorry. I've got my eyes set on Ensemble Chic for when it comes back in stock. Be patient, young Padawan. Welcome, Rachel. How are you? None of the Frederick Malt Desert Gems worth it. I've got a bottle of the night, and it's like one of only two like oud fragrances I've got. I've got Monterey, which is like a rose oud, and then I've got the night, which is more of an oud fragrance. Just a very tough wear, you know. Good enough for Nugez, the accomplice. He certainly is. Welcome, Divine. Which do you find Courage's on? Very powdery. Not hugely. I find it very... So I've got my Courage's hom. I'd love another bottle of this, by the way. I need to decant this. I need a pair of pliers. No, but I'd have to get back to you because I haven't worn it properly yet. I've worn it a couple of times on skin. Can't say I remember it going powdery, but I know the kind of profile you mean. It's got that kind of zesty, not citrus zest, but like this kind of like sharp opening, which gives you this kind of like zing. It's like bitter, and then it gets woody, and then it dries down very classic. Yes, Rachel is the accomplice. I got Eau de Sud and Eau d'Exquise off of News. I also Sablers and Eau de Camille off eBay. Very excited. He got a bottle of Eau de Sud, has he? Oh, sure, I'd known that. Hello, Germs. Scent of the day is Indonesian Oud ADT. Nice. Promise has become a bro fragrance, looks like, says Pradeep. Yikes. Hello, Splinter. Do you recommend any other Jean Patou fragrances besides Ma Liberté? Blessed to own a full bottle. I have 2 full bottles, would you believe? Huh? Oh, God, what a fragrance that is. One of the best renderings of lavender you will ever smell. Patou pour Homme. I know that's quite like a basic answer, even though it's a stunning fragrance. Like, I would recommend. Is it worth the money? I mean, there are other fragrances which are more expensive that aren't as good. But you'll pay well over 500 for a bottle of that. Thank you, Rachel. I'll put something out in a few days. Need to get a routine going again. Looking forward to watching Devs. Hi, Myvu. The sample set call, says Dev. Which Sultan Pasha should I begin to try, you think, Dev, says Call? Sample set. I'd love to see Guerlain bring back Derby first instead of launching these new X-Straight. Yes, and by the way, the prices of them, 500 at least for 100 mil. That is filthy. That is filthy talk, and not in a good way. I'm not excited by that shit, not one bit. Andrea Mack, how do you find these brands? I've never heard of that brand. Kelly read Nair magazine and watch a lot of YouTube. I'm sampling Andrea Mack. Oh, the good. Welcome, Manginosis. Rich, what do you think of 31 Rue Cambon? I think it's all right. It's not my favourite. Eugene loves it, but it's his type of fragrance. You know, it's no wonder he likes it. I'm not such a fan, got to be honest. It's not my type of fragrance. Very powdery, very classic. It's very nice. It's something I'd like to smell on someone else, briefly. It wouldn't be an exaggeration for me to say that Sultan Pasha is my favourite perfumer of all time. It's always good when you find your favourites, you know? Because then you're beginning to find out your style then, you know? You can identify, like I remember when I started buying Serge Lutens and I was like, these are all absolutely mad, but I absolutely love them. So I'm not sure what that says about me, but just that, like, they're as creative and as different as indie perfumes and niche perfumes, but they're done in a classic style and they're done with utter competence. by a brilliant perfumer at the top of his game. You know? So I know the feeling when you find your favourite, basically. It's great. Andrea Mack is an Icelandic brand with some very interesting fragrances. It's Andrea Mack's an Icelandic brand. Icelandic perfumery. The X-Ray launch has exhausted my continual defence of modern girl honesty, is my view. Yeah. There's I kind of the new stuff from Girl On over the last 10 years, especially the last 10 years, been really, really bad. Been some really bad perfumes. There's been some decent stuff, but I mean nothing to rival the classics, even the modern classics like Lidge. There's a good argument to say that Linstone de Guerlain was the last great fragrance. You know, I'm sure other people would argue with that, but yikes. So Nez is worth it. I'll have to subscribe. Thanks for the tip, says Kelly. I found 50ml of Derby for €500. Ay, cabron. I paid 800 for 200ml. So that's 200ml for £200 for 50ml. Rich, you said you were getting more amber woods from French Lover, right? I do not know. French Lover's over here. There it is. No. Yes and no. It's the galbanum, essentially. I was in town yesterday and somebody walked past, fuck knows who they were, and all I got was this absolutely massive stench of amber woods, and I gagged. Like, I really struggle with it. It's got that kind of ironing, dry horribleness. Welcome, Journey. How are you? I hope you're well, mate. Thank you. I am feeling better. I'll try to get in another 2 hours tonight. He's incredible. I absolutely love his style. It's very Baroque. It is very Baroque. I'm a fan of Iceland, says Kelly. 10% of the population has published a book. Not read books, but create them. Good grief. It's a hell of a stat. Scent of the day. Elsha. The old formulation. What's that? Elsha. Generic perfume related channel name says, Rich, do you think the fall winter perfumes can be worn on days where it's cold in the morning but a few hours later getting warm? That happens often where I live. Yes, that's an interesting one, because what you have to do is you have to think it's going to be, and it's kind of like an inverted pyramid. You have to think it's going to be warm in the morning but cooler in the afternoon. Maybe something with a bit of cool in the morning but warmer in the afternoon. Maybe something with a vanilla in. You know, don't know how you feel about vanilla. Maybe it's resins. Perfumes tend to get warmer as they dry down, though. It's an interesting conundrum, that. How are you, generic perfume-related channel name? You haven't made a video recently. It's been a couple of months now. I watched your last one. Hello. I commented as well. I thought you did another video. Was that just me? Maybe I'm just tripping balls. Oops. What am I doing? There it is. Doug, you sound much better, thanks. We can do a podcast when you want. Probably not tomorrow, because I'm taking poison tonight for the first time in a couple of weeks. But not to worry. Nothing but ill will towards Boss for Men, says Dev. May wear Boss number 1 today. Yes, I've got my bottle up here. I've got lots of bottles of this stuff. There you go. Look at that. Beautiful. There's a vintage. I really like this. I really like Success by MCM as well. It's fabulous. Hello, boss. Yes, the last time I was here, you got a very nice shot in a certain area. Yes, I felt great, actually. I feel I got some common synthetic bass from French Lover. I don't know what it is. I know what you mean. Everyone is saying hello. Justin, welcome. Linstone, last great girl on. There's the OG Art of Materials right there, as well as Ensemble Mythique. Ensemble Mythique, yes. I'm not sure that could be. Is that a great girl on? I think it is, probably, you know. I think that you might be right. Yeah, buddy. Welcome, Eugene. How are you? Are you well? What are you up to? Been busy? Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Hello, Leo F. New to your channel. Welcome. Please come in and sit down and have a nice time. Heard about you from Ramsey and just subscribe. Well, thank you very much. Welcome to you. How are you? I will make another very soon. This time it will have more substance than just showing off bottles, I promise. Nothing wrong with showing off a little bit of bottles every once in a while. You know, a little bit of bottle porn, nothing wrong with that. I do mind revealing and so will not disclose my location. Yes, I think it's probably for the best that he doesn't disclose his location. Rachel Hubbles as well. My scent of the night, boss bottled elixir. An elixir, eh? Moon and Promise are 100% bro frags. Strong and annoying and fruity. Yeah, they were a little bit fruity. The only one of them I've got left is the night. And I could wear that tomorrow. But I don't know if I have a strong smell of shite about it. Dear me. Strong pong. I wore Egoist Cologne Concentrate yesterday. Fucking awesome. Evening, Andrej. You still got to get your nose on 95 Adidas, Duck. Yes, I do, that's right. Spaced out, but what about the greatest gem fragrance of all time? Aldo's Rien. I'm looking forward to wearing that. It might be a bro fragrance, but my precious bro frag. Oh, sorry, says my view. A precious bro frag. How is everyone? Audrey Jane is sending me messages. What's going on here? What the fuck? This is mental. I don't know. Sorry. That must be near where Audrey Jane lives. Sorry, she's just sending us videos of robberies. I think I'm off to Dior. I'm off the Dior train. Nothing draws me in to spend my money on any bottle anymore. I got a message off Manly Sense today saying that Jules is no longer on the website anywhere. So apparently the new Jules has been discontinued. Takes something for a fragrance to be discontinued twice, doesn't it? That said, the new version was fucking awful, I thought. Absolutely rotten. Used to be able to get on My Origins for like fucking 60 quid. Absolutely rubbish, I thought it was. Smelled like somebody's breath after they'd been drinking vodka for 3 days. Ugh. Grim. That's great, but I've never actually smelled any elders. I just know Riem as a meme, Galen as a lurker. Hello, and now I must be off. Good. Get away from here. Rob Lee was a very good player. Rob Lee was a very good player. Did something happen, says my view? Yeah, somebody's been trying to steal a motorbike. Hey, Mitch, where's my bottle opener? I don't know. Scott Bear, how are you, sir? Aloha. Aloha to you. Glad to have found your channel. Been enjoying past video reviews this week. Question, if you were to buy your first diptyque, what would it be? Volutes. But I think Volutes was the first diptyque I bought. Absolutely glorious. I love it. And welcome, Scott. Please come in, sit down and make yourself comfortable. Ask any questions you feel. If I can't answer them, I'm sure someone in the chat will be able to. But if I was to buy my first diptyque again, it would be Volutes. I actually thought about wearing Volutes today, but I decided against it for some reason. Maybe 30, is it, it's not 31 Rue Cambon. It's Paris. Oh God. It's the one not in the, it's 34 Saint-Germain Boulevard. I think that's what it's called. I wonder what's the Venn diagram intersection of men my age and people who wear classical feminine fragrances. They're probably pretty wide, more like a trapezoid than a circle. Hello, glad I found your channel. Sorry, I haven't read that. 31 is because 31 Rue Cambon. A very kind viewer recommended Amber Roos for me. I must thank them because it's glorious. Guess what I bought yesterday? Well, what I received yesterday, I actually bought on the 9th. I bought it on the 9th, and it took a while to get here, and I had to get them to send me another bottle. Eugene talking about Shiki. Sorry. If you want to insult the Yugo, call him yogurt breath. That's strange. Tam Down, Philosophos were my first diptyques. I thought about getting Philosophos, but I'd already become aware of Fecal Diamalfi, and I prefer that. I prefer Fecal Diamalfi because it's more geared towards figs. You know what I mean? It's much more kind of like, it's more in the spirit of figs. Philosophos is more of a, I don't know. What's Philosophos like? This Bandy's outrageous. I am shook from how good Geranium Odorato is by Diptyques. It is pretty great. Got my friend a couple of samples of it. She really enjoyed it. Like, it is a fantastic, definitely one of the better ones. Yeah, Philosophos is more green, whereas the Fecal Diamalfi is more sort of, is it fruity? Smells more. I'm struggling with that. I'd probably have to smell them both to be able to prompt myself to say what I mean. Figle's very milky. I imagine Philosophos is more fig tree. I like Dune for a fig. Dune pour Rhum. I like that for a fig. It's quite fizzy. It's got this strange fizziness about it. Like this effervescence. Like a bubbly. You know when you put those tablets into water, like an Alka-Seltzer into water and it fizzes. It's kind of like that. Cheers, friend. Well, you're welcome, my G. Was deciding between Volutes, Eau Duel, or Tam Dao. Tam Dao's pretty great as well. Going to give Volutes a sniff. Yes. Well, buy the one that you think you like the most. You know, it's your money. It's your decision at the end of the day. I can only offer some kind of, like, my opinion. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's your money, it's your choice. I beg your pardon, I'm taking a drink. Chanel should make a frag with fig. Eau de Well is an excellent woody spicy. Benjamin Bohème is a top 3 diptyque. I love Smoke Duchamp, says Eugene. I think that Premier Figue Extreme from L'Artisan Parfumier is Olivia's better fig fragrance than Philosophos. Eau de Well can pass for Guerlain vanilla. Curly fragrance called Koros, old smelling. I wonder how much it was paid to say that. Eula's Athenian is a great fig tree fragrance. Yes, I've heard that as well. You have anything lined up for a Black Friday purchase, Duck? Not really. I'm not a big partaker in Black Friday. Kind of worried that it's bollocks, like. I don't think the savings are as good as they should be. I think there's a bit of hysteria around it, to be honest. They're in the same line of airy, powdery, woody vanilla, is my view. She's very wrong most of the time. Andrea has curly scents, yes. Just back again. Welcome, Tim. Had to take a call. I ordered Amber Rose 2. It had gone up to 71, but still good. Love the house, so safe blind buy. Yes. Did you buy that from a seller on eBay called... Where is it? Called... Where are you? Oh, God, what are they called? I had to open a request with them to is it GP Limited? GP Limited with 98.4% feedback. They've got quite a lot of negative feedback, actually, but they sell a lot of stuff. It's fucking pouring down outside, Jesus. Lumphiline is an interesting vanilla. Andrea never misses a scent explore. Well, you take anything for nothing, don't you? Greetings, Rich. Scent of the day is Musk Ravageur. Welcome, Carnival Tribute. How are you? Peter Kikoran sent me a picture of his vintage bottle of Musk Ravageur today, and I was like, Peter, you could retire if you sold that. You know what I mean? He's also got a vintage portrait of a lady. And I was like, me and you could retire if you sold them. Hey, Enrique, right now, I'd say Gourmand Coquine it's been so long since I've worn the other. Hey, Enrique, right now, I'd say Gourmand Coquine. Oh, sorry. Hello, Kareem. How are you? Nice thumbnail you got there, Jody. Yes. I'm feeling like horsing about. Every day is Black Friday. The way I shop says supply and demand. Rachel wants to try Gourmand Coquine. Dev says Atelier des Eaux sounds like a good bottle to buy because I like the gold flakes. It's just a little cheesy that I have that as the brand gimmick, though. It is. It's a little bit Roger Dove, isn't it? Kareem is wearing Tiziana Terenzi Spirito Florentino. Ashley Bissett, welcome. I hope you didn't order from that fake French shelter. No, I didn't. My Vuce smelled Sadanasso the other day. People are really hysterical. My nose is broken because I only smell musky, powdery vanilla. Really elegant. I'd be surprised if it was elegant because of the just the whole shtick. You know what I mean? I thought it was quite a vulgar thing to do. Those Atelier des Eaux bottles are quite easy to fall over on their asses. Very annoying to have on the shelf. They're unstable, says Divine. Yes, they're not as bad as Comme des Garçons, which literally are made to lie on their arse. Which is why I don't have any, because you can't fucking store them properly. You know what I mean? Rich, when are we packing to go to Scent Explorer? We'll meet you in New York City. We would end up getting either arrested or killed, because I would start causing trouble. It certainly upset some people. There'd at least be tears, possibly blood. Boss, it's time to wear a turtleneck sweater now. You're officially pretentious, says Dev. Become an architect. Yes, GP limited on eBay. It's been sent, it says. Well, just bear in mind you have to keep on at them if it doesn't arrive. They use Yodel as well, which is better than Every and Hermes, which are the same company, because they're absolutely appalling. But they use Yodel. Now I will have to buy Sultan Pasha samples, says Buzz. Hi Buzz, you rock that turtleneck, bro. I think I liked Lune Feline, but could do without the over-the-top presentation. Yes, it's funny how presentation can shit all over a perfume, isn't it? The cap of Sadness was ridiculous, though. Yeah, it's not for me. Some people might be titillated by it and think it's great and funny, or some people might be grossed out by it. I just think it's a bit tacky. I just think it's just a bit naff. It's a bit Euro trash. I don't know if you ever saw Euro Trash. It was a program in the 90s on British TV. It's kind of what it comes across as. Kind of scent does Sultan Pasha make? Various, or mostly one kind? Various. I bought 15 ml of Lune Feline for dirt cheap and I'm quite happy with it, says Paroli. Good. I must say African Rooibos. African Rooibos is my fave buy of the year. Black pepper, tea, and florals. It's just amazing and unique. Black pepper, tea, and florals. That is quite... it's quite outrageous. Somebody just bought me a coffee. Thank you very much. Andy, thank you. I appreciate it greatly. You are too kind. The good people. The good people of the chat. Everyone is a good person in the chat. Thank you, chat. Have you tried Chopard's Malaki line, Rich? I've tried a few of them. I got Amber Wood, which is not a good thing. I do know that Thomas loves them, though. From Stumptown Smells, which is an endorsement, you know, so that's a good thing. It's not really, you're not going to get much sense out of me if I smell amber woods and something, so I'm probably not the best person to ask. Byredo, of all people, have set up a boutique in my local department store, and they don't sell pulp. The only one that I fucking like, and they don't sell it. They've got Bal d'Afrique, they've got Gypsy Water, which I don't particularly like calling it Gypsy Water, but there we are. They've got loads of them. They've got the Mandarin tobacco, they've got shit tons of their stuff, and it's all crap. But the one that I really like, pulp, they don't have it. It's bullshit. I have Chopard Musk Malaki on the way on the strength of Galen's recommendation, says Carnival Tribute. Where's Galen been recommending that? Oh God, I just had to rescue in every package for the neighbour. Cardboard packaging and left behind a plant pot in the rain, says Tim Wilcox. Good grief. And we are the pretentious brothers, says the boss. I held back on trying Roger and Lobo just because of the bottles, like some kind of hipster. I mean, to be fair, you probably made the right decision, but you can always just try them. Roger's become a lot more syndicated, like he's a lot more available to try. The Labo are out there quite a lot now, so if you can get to a mall or if you can get to a decent department store, you should be able to try them quite readily. I think Roger does sample sets, but again, I've been wrong before. Scott says, are you a fan of Francesca Bianchi's work? Her fragrances have an almost 1970s type construction. The ingredients of potency. I'm a fan of the Dark Side and Black Knight. From the ones I've smelled, not a massive fan. But I do know a lot of people rate her very highly. So I think she does sample sets as well. Indie perfume is not my forte. I'm coming to accept, which is a shame, because there are a couple out there that I think are really good. Hans Hendley's really good, like really good. Who else? There's another indie perfumer who I actually quite rate. Would you say Sultan Pasha was an indie perfumer? I don't know. Because he's quite good as well. I think he's had training, but I've been wrong before. My memory's not working. I was praising another indie perfumer today apart from Hans Hendley, and I can't remember who it was. I like the Labo style. I like that it's not flashy at all. Love the minimalism. Wow, says Kareem. Beyonce's releasing a niche fragrance only available on her website. That's going to be absolutely woeful. Anyone try Aromatics Elixir? Yes, it's fabulous. I've tried Musk Malaki, says Kareem. I don't really get the scent. Costume National Soul is a good sweet oud frag for this time of year, says Ashley Bissett. Costume National Hom's a really good fragrance. Antonio Hobson, welcome. How are you? I hope you're well. New York Intense. Under My Skin is so good, says Myvu. New York Intense is an amazing fragrance, says Ashley Bissett. The Buzz, we are waiting for my cousin from Oslo to come here and take it on her way back. Botnikoff and Sultan Pasha are great, I feel. Big brands, but they're both self-trained. Sultan Pasha's sensational, to be fair. Thinking of blind buying Soul Cafe. Should have bought it years ago. I don't know who that's by. What are your favourites from Hendley? Bloodline, Moan, Fume, not Rosenthal. There's another one though that I think's really good. Will you be getting vintages of the Maître Parfumé Elegante frags or the modern ones? Vintages if I can help it. Because I've already got a few of the vintages from the house, do you know what I mean? Oh, I sold my bottle of Good Life last night. Somebody contacted us and they said, I would like to buy it, thank you. And I said, well, I would like to sell it. Let's go. Will you be getting... Oh, sorry, I read that. Good taste, bro. Yes, I do. Just blind bourbon. Yes, bourbon's quite nice. That's the vanilla one, isn't it? Did you get the EDC or the EDP? It's either EDC and EDP or EDC and Parfum. I much prefer the EDC personally. The EDP's very blousy. It's big and it's voluptuous and it's round and it's soft. You know, very almost narcotic. You got the EDC. Nice. Well done. I still have to try Angel Share, but there is only one perfume here that has it. I don't think it's very good. I don't think Henley ships to Israel, which is a shame. No, I was very kindly sent my bottle by Lily, who then wouldn't take pay and said it was a birthday present. How kind. But I don't think it's cold enough for Bloodline yet. I need it to get a little bit colder. November, December, January is the kind of time when you wear that stuff. I hate too loud, alcoholic scents too showy. Yeah. Best costume nationals other than Soul seem to remember. What? Seem to remember big slivers with synthetic sandalwoods in them, but not necessarily in a bad way. No, I would agree. There are big wallops of perfume in there, you know. How do you get bloodline? You've got to enter a raffle or a lottery, and then your number's got to come up, and then you have to win it and then pay for it. So you win the chance to buy it, which I think that's absolutely bonkers. You win the chance to buy it, and then you buy it, and he only ships within America, which is a shame again. Was Basara self-trained or was she professionally taught? There is an argument to say that neither, and that she is in fact the female Roger Dove. Strong rumours indicate or suggest that she isn't a perfumer at all. Have you tried anything by Thomas DeMonico? No, but I'd like to. Soul Cafe is Savoir Faire. I guess Killian is another brand you dislike, Mitch. I used to really like Killian when I first discovered them, and then I went off them quite hard. This you see before you was given to me by the lovely sales associate who sold me a bottle of the night. And because I bought that, I bought a bottle of the moon at the same time. Because I did that, she gave me this. And this is, I think it's a 20 mil. It's a 20 mil of Black Phantom. Black Phantom's a nice fragrance, but it's not worth a penny over 100 quid. I don't even know that it's worth that, like. It's nutty. It's got a nut vibe to it. Not that kind of nut, but you know what I mean. But I tend to just think they're a little bit too sweet. They're a little bit too... Kareem says they're too gourmandy. Yeah, I think they're a little bit too kind of playful and young and not serious. For some reason I couldn't get into any of the Killians, and I think the liquor collection is kind of lousy, says my view. Yeah, I kind of agree. Who else is using ghost perfumers, I wonder? Loads of them. Almost all of them. Killian has better bottles than the fragrances, actually. Yeah, kind of. We all know Pierre Montal doesn't exist, so there's that, probably. Well, I mean, whoever the person who changed his name to Pierre Montal exists. And then changed it again. Black Phantom used to be €180 in August 2021. Now it's 240, if I remember correctly. That's obscene. Back to Black was a good one from by Killian, says Enrique. Yes. Apple Brandy, the original one. Oh God, what's it called? Intoxicated's quite nice. Angel Share is a gourmand bomb. It turns so, it turns so screechy and diabetic on my skin. It's a good way of putting it. Pierre Montal doesn't exist? No. He's had about 4 different names. He's a bit like that perfumer. I know Healy used some perfumers in the early days of his brands, but I think he perfumes himself. I didn't know Healy used perfumers. I thought it was standard to use ghost perfumers. It was for a long time. Hello, Jura Rose. The perfumers deserve credit. Excuse me. Ooh. 33 people watching and 33 likes. I like that kind of thing. Gold Knight is Killian's most underrated. Yep, says Divine. Apple apple brandy also is available in this perfumery. That's apple brandy on the rocks. It's not apple brandy. Apple brandy was the original in the old box, in the old bottles. Yeah, so no. Oops. Sell replay. Too kind. There are a ton of niche brands in Italian website which nobody seems to talk about, such as, you would not believe it by the look of that place, but they've got Creed and Killian perfumes that's small and worn out. Have you all read The Ghost Perfumer? Yes, I read it in a few days, if that. 35 likes now. I thank you. 37. Good grief. The viewers have gone down, but the likes have gone up. How strange. Yeah, me and Eugene did an interview with Gabe Oppenheim, the writer. It was a bloody good interview, actually, because you just tee him up and he talks for ages. I love The Ghost Perfumer, says Justin. Yes, hopefully he's working on a new book. Prin Lamos pumps out so many fragrances, you'd think some of them were his creations. I know that there's a story that he once made a perfume in 10 minutes. He once created a perfume in 10 minutes, which is careless at best. Raw Gold by a landslide is my favourite honey scent. I like Miel Dubois. I saw Ramsey did a review of Miel Dubois the other day. It's a sensational thing. He asked me to remind him of the Smelly Bee story, and I couldn't remember it. I couldn't find it. Happy discovery this autumn. SJP Stash, cheapy masterpiece, maybe discontinued though. It comes and goes. Very, very, very good for like 15, 20 quid. Even up to 25. That and Encre Noir, incredible perfumes. You can spend like 40 quid, like under 40 quid and get both of those perfumes. That's insane. Gabe Oppenheim looks so grumpy, says boss. Welcome, Mark Sampson. How are you? Did you try Single Malt from Killian? Good plum boozy perfume. I have tried it, but I can't remember it. Has anyone tried Folie à Plusieurs? Says Giro Rose. Gabe Oppenheim is a boxing expert and has written books on the subject. He has. He was a boxing journalist. That's a dodgy little sport as well, isn't it? Killian's names are so cringy. Imagine telling people you're wearing Good Girl Gone Bad or Voulez-vous avec moi. Yep, it's one of the reasons I don't get involved with that brand. The names are absolutely juvenile. It's pathetic. Aramis 900. Oh my God, says Justin. I am going to go and dehydrate, my friends. I'll be back in a minute. Please bear with. Please bear with. In fact, I'm going to take some painkillers first. Excuse me whilst I take these fucking tablets. Ugh. Hope I'm not sick tonight. Alright. I haven't gone yet. I'll be back. Sorry, friends. I went downstairs to take some tablets. I do apologise. Where are we? Kissing burns 6.5 calories a minute. Want to work out? Yeah, that is one of the worst names. That is probably the worst name for a fragrance I've ever heard. I mean, that is so tacky. Why does Fragrantica now credit Hero and Aaron Creed as event makers? Because Hero was the perfumer and Aaron Creed is a liar. Allegedly. I finally have a use for my 10ml of Lafayette Street. Awesome gym senses, supply and demand. This might be my new favourite live fragrance chat. The silence, love it. Sorry, Scott. I needed to dehydrate and then I had to go downstairs and take poison. Which means I now don't have to go downstairs and take poison after the stream. Imagine that, one of the most successful fragrances ever, and you don't get credit for it. You don't earn a penny. You do earn money. You earn money on the amount of oil that you shift for the oil house. So he will have made a fucking fortune. Don't you worry. Just not by not from Irwin. A nice strawberry or mango or peach or lemon sorbet would be lovely, says Rachel. There's a deal in my neck of the woods for Oncle Noir Extreme for a bottle, £27, says my view. Buy. Good fragrance, great fragrance. I've got it over here. Thoughts on Rare Fidelis? Can't remember it. Yes, my Cruz del Sur 2 was glorious in the gym during my 6 a.m. workouts, says Supply and Demand. Scent of the Night is Belle Arme by Les Abstraits. Really enjoying it, says Mark Sampson. Thinking of grabbing God of Fire. Finally heard it's the best mango scent, says Supply. Zenom, welcome to you. How are you? How are you? I hope you're well. Please, come in and sit down with us. Sit around the campfire. Tell us, what is your perfume of the day? Thinking of grabbing God of Fire. Oh, beg your pardon. The snack is good. I'm having a spinach cheese empanada. While watching this, bon appetit, says Scott. Chin up, bottoms up. This year I got, I believe, a fake Amber in a Wee bottle, and smelling it ruined the real Amber in a Wee for me. Now it smells sort of plasticky. Oh no. That's a Stefan Umbaluca, right? Says Boz. Tried Magnificent. Got a poison cup. Not a poison cup, no. I actually washed it down with milk, the fucking strange person that I am. Methotrexate and milk. That is the name of a fucking concept album by someone. I started the methotrexate yesterday. Everything went well, just more tired than usual. Yep, I'm glad you're feeling all right, Paroli. You don't take the folic acid on the day that you take it. Did you take it at night time? Because I've literally just taken mine there. Frank, I actually prefer... Oh, welcome, FCM. Where are you? How are you? start of the methotrexate. Sorry. I actually prefer Fidelis to the Moon, much more cheaply done, but a much more interesting use of spices, says Carnival Tribute. Check out Rondo Armaniano, one of the best looking bottles I've ever seen. Oh, go on then. Let's have a look. Armando Romaniano. No, Rondo. Oh, fucking hell, I got that completely wrong. Rondo Armaniano. Rondo Armaniano. I like the lid. That's a Giorgio Armani. Oh dear. I'm thinking about picking up Fidelis. I love the Moon, as in love, only ever works in winter though. So you commenting on the Fragrance Apprentice? What is better than a favourite crossover? I've been subscribed and watching George for a long time. Didn't get off to a great start, but now we are thick as thieves. And I do love George. I think he's kept his soul. I'm thinking about picking up Fidelis. I love the Moon, as in... Oh, sorry, I read that. I know Rampton Vedati loves God of Fire. He does a lot of the Stefan Humbert Lucas stuff, does Rampton, does he not? Fragrance Apprentice has a high tolerance for amber wood. It would appear that most people have a high tolerance for amber wood. I'm definitely in what I feel like is the minority and not really caring for it. You know, most people seem to fucking thrive on it. To me, it just like it gives us that kind of. I don't know. Have you ever been in a room where someone's ironing and it steals your breath? It chokes you at the back of your throat. It's that kind of thing where you're like the air won't go down because your throat's so dry. That's what I get from it. It's bloody awful. Does MDCI sell a discovery set on their men's line? Just go on the website and you pick which samples you want. I believe that's how it works. I don't know if Greggy Boy does them. I could message him and ask. You know? Keep out of buzz, you'll work up your tolerance at the gym. She may be a Roger. 8 minutes behind the duck I just found. The Fragrance Apprentice tobacco, wood and tobacco veneer reviews with gems. Yes. Yes, that's right. He's done a lot of great videos as George. This Rampton is a big Stefan Humbert Lucas fan. He gets them for free. I'm pretty certain of that. I'm pretty certain that he gets them for free. He's always talking about knowing Stefan Humbert Lucas and talking to Stefan Humbert Lucas. I'd be very, very surprised if Stefan Humbert Lucas made him buy those fragrances. But maybe he has. My tolerance for kind of trashy, guilty pleasure frags is high, says my view. I don't know what my... Have I got tolerance? My tolerance for oak moss is high. My tolerance for leather is high. My tolerance for myrrh is high. Amber in general. I've been absolutely fucking loving amber this year. Like, honestly, there's loads of fragrances that I usually wear. Even Balenciaga Pour. I've only worn it once, I beg your pardon. I'm wearing stuff like Ambre Fetiche and Myrrh Ardente. And I'm wearing stuff like L'Eau d'Ambre Extreme. Just Bois de Turkey I'm wearing a lot of. Loving me perfumes. I think I'm going to sell my vintage bottle of Noir a piece. George is a guy people love to hate on, I would say, says Boz. I don't know many people who hate George. I don't hate George, I love George. He's so earnest, though. Who is earnest? George. High tolerance for fougères here. Yes, I've got a high tolerance for fougères. Spaced Out's tolerance for florals is high. I like George, but our tastes either exactly match or directly clash, depending on Amber Woods, is Frank. Yes, if you like Amber Woods, it's a very good chance my taste is going to clash with yours. They just shit on everything. They just ruin fucking everything. Amber Woods are like this decade's cologne, aren't they? They're in everything, and everything's worse for it. Oh, don't, you fucking rascal. Dennis said he met George in a restaurant and he was rude or arrogant. I think that was bollocks. I think that turned out to be bullshit, I don't know if Dan was being facetious or he was just straight up lying. I don't know. I don't know. I genuinely don't know, so I wouldn't say either way. I'm not implying anything. But I know George did not take that one well. George said, I have never met you in London at a restaurant. I think Dan may have just been like taking the piss, like with his sense of humour. And Dan's Mr. Smelly, my view. So I don't know if Dan had just said that as something that scanned. We've all done it. Something that scans well in your head, and then you say it out loud, and it's like that wasn't even fucking remotely fucking how I thought it was going to sound. Do you know what I mean? We've all done it. There's no point in saying that we haven't. Oh, Eugene. I'm going to end up finishing this. Bellam. La Deleur Exquise. I actually finished a bottle of Deleur Exquise. Everybody wanted a sample. So, ended up sending samples. I didn't get paid for it, although Eugene did reimburse the postage, which was very fair. Oh, I might wear this tomorrow, patchouli magnetique, or patchouli magnetic, for those of us who speak actual English. High tolerance for oak moss as well, says Scott. Still wear Pataraban pour on, much to the chagrin of those around me. Fuck those people around you. Wear that shit and wear it proud. Get in. I've got my bottle back there. It is behind 2 other bottles of perfume, so I won't be pulling it out, but it's absolutely amazing. The Cologne and the new Killian is fucking nasty, says Divine. Oh, no. MDCI process is weird. I just read that you have to contact them when you want to order. Do they operate in the US? Yes, they do that because they would like to not have you pay... well, it's not for tax avoidance because that's illegal. But it's for you to be tax efficient on your order, And plus, they like to be able to hire in extra bits, and they need to hear from you about that. So yes, the process is weird, but it ultimately very rewarding, if you know what I mean. Why is this happening? Trust us. Stick with it. Stick with it, mate. Ooh. That patchouli magnetic skin. I fucking knew it. You absolute charlatan. I think I'm just going to leave you there. The moon is the ultimate final boss of Amberwoods. Yeah, it's hard to sell it like. I have a sample of Mortal Skin coming. Never tried it. Amberwoods are the auto-tune of the decade. Well, so that's a very good fucking point. Very well made point that. The auto-tune. Damn, that's kind of shady. I don't know if he was being serious. Rich, please find your Papillon samples and do a series on them. Will do after I've done the Metro Parfumi Elegantes. I highly recommend you watch that video. Not only because I made it and I would appreciate it, but never have I been 4 for 4 before. So fucking honestly, brilliant. I was really impressed. Not a Xerjoff series. I'd just start swearing. Just be me swearing for 20 minutes. Saldon Aqua Sapphire is my first Boadicea try. It's the best of the house with bodacious. I love the fucking word bodacious. Oh, he's always a bit facetious, isn't he? A little bit sarky. Dan is a complicated character. Do I think he's complicated? Maybe. I mean, everybody's complicated. Well, no, that's not true. Some people are very simple. I don't think Dan's simple. I think Mr. Smelly had great live streams last year. They were entertaining to me. Well, if they're entertaining to you, you should continue to watch them. And then when they stop being entertaining, stop watching them. That's kind of how this whole thing works, really. Just thrown into everything from gourmand sweets to Aventus clones like Hachivat. Yes, he will ship to the US, his generic perfume-related channel name. No, Divine. It will not be a Xerjoff series. I would rather shit into my hands and clap. I had to take it in 2 doses, 1 in the morning and 1 at night. What, the methotrexate? I take 20 milligrams. I've literally just taken 20 milligrams there. Chemi is now also under Xerjoff, so we can take Chemi samples and pretend they're Xerjoff, says Divine. I remember Peter did a video on Chemi. Was it Blending Magic? It was Chemi something, and he said it was one of the shittiest smelling perfumes, like the most animalic, shitty, musky, horrible fragrances he'd ever smelled. Have you smelled Absolute Aventus? No. There is nothing complicated about being a simp, says that is not complicated, but that is not all someone is. Welcome, Bruno Herrera. How are you? I have Girl on Linstan EDT. I think it is great signature all year round, is similar to Dior Homme. Linstan de Girl on is better than Lidge, which is great alternative to Amen line. Some interesting points you make. I could wear Amen tomorrow. I wore Angel Men. I've got a vintage fucking. I've got this. This is the green juice. It is terrifying. It's absolutely frightening how potent this stuff is. Dance streams have become too repetitive and boring, says the boss. I don't really want to shit on Dan. What I would say is that when he started having cuddles on, the fucking pervert that he is, I was like, well, fuck this. I'm not staying around because I just stay away from the fucker, you know? And so I just fucked off. And I've got to be honest, it was the culmination of a few things. That it was when Dan had started to go down the whole live streaming, acting a bit silly, the whole shtick that he's got around the live streams. I used to watch him religiously when he was talking about vintage perfumes, the stuff he loved. When he was doing But then he decided to go in a different direction, which is fine. And what everybody says is, look, if you don't like it, don't watch it. And I didn't like it, so I stopped watching it. Didn't go in there, start causing loads of shit. Didn't go in there and start fucking thing. I was just like, right, bye, I'm off. Just wasn't making content that was geared towards me anymore. you know. But it was the fact that Cuddles was going on there that just I was like, fuck this, you know what I mean? And I think in the end I was proved right. Oh, what do we have? Always talking about dating and such pish now. Well, that's what he wants to talk about. It's his channel. The new Maison Crivelli Oud Maracuya is hydrogen bomb nuclear. The room where the card was before I chucked it out still smells of it 4 days later. I hated it. That Maison Crivelli is very hit and miss, and it's more miss than it is hit. I bought Iris Malakan because of the opening, and it did exactly what Sultan Vetiver did. The opening was absolutely stunning. Sultan Vetiver's opening is one of the best openings of a perfume I have smelled in many, many a moon, right? As was Iris Malakan. After half an hour, they turned to shit, and you're just pure amberwood from that point on, and it's fucking heartbreaking. It's fucking heartbreaking. Kemi makes a bit of Eastern style fragrances. A lot of use of oud. Oud and orange. What? Oud and citrus, oud and rose, some sweet ones there, like chocolate and rose. I always like a chocolate rose fragrance. I'd love a vintage. No, I don't know why. Make the Zerjoff videos public, Rich. I have seen them. Not from me. I've got Symphonium. I've smelled Symphonium. I've done that one. That was fucking foul. Yeah, I can't watch dance streams anymore. It's all relationship advice. Why I need an agony uncle? When I need an agony uncle? Yeah, it's not. That's one thing I've always said. Well, I was tempted to, because this channel's called Rich Mitch, so it's me. Like, I don't have any kind of like fragrance. Like, it's not like to just pluck one out my arse. You know, it's not like a channel called The Fragrance Apprentice or Curly Scents or fucking like, you know, another perfume, like another channel with a perfume related name. This is Rich Mitch. This channel's about me, but I did say that I would only ever do perfumes on this channel. If I wanted to do something different, I would do it on another channel. And that's what I did with the gaming thing. Simply because I think it used to piss me off when someone who would talk about perfumes. This is not just about Dan either. Like, this has happened with many channels over the years. Someone would talk about perfumes for ages, and then there would be like, oh, I'm going to talk about, I don't know, something different on the channel. And I would be like, well, that's not really why I'm here, you know? I remember when Ashton changed his channel name to The Binge, and he started talking about movies and shit like that, and it's like, well, at the time he only had 5 figures. He had like 40 or 50,000 subscribers, and it was like, this is not what brought you to the dance. This isn't why I'm following you. I remember leaving a comment on his channel saying, can I change my channel name to Jant Sense now? He didn't reply to that. And then he changed it back to Jant Sense. That was a long time ago now. Jesus. I also think it's weird to approach a person in one moment of their life and paint their reaction then as an indicative of their character. Yes. It's like an MOT for your car, isn't it? I liked it, but shame the tropical fruity tones fade away and you just get that leather base. To me, it wasn't that nuclear. I got like 10 hours with it. Vintage Amen reminds me of Detroit Vintage That reminds me of Detroit Vintage Factory Toxic Waste. That's an excellent description. I like George, except when he mentions a horror off, says Paroli. There's some kind of battle going on over with Sahara off and some people, isn't there? It's meant to be hell on. Yeah. I haven't spoken to George for a long time. I haven't been over on that side of the the fragrance community for a while. I saw Joey was stream. Joey tends to stream. He starts streaming at like 1 or 2 o'clock my time. He finishes at like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. So it's like the hours when I'm definitely asleep. You know what I mean? Like I would watch Joey if I was awake. But I haven't watched any of his stuff for a long time. Bo says, I know Ash, plus some guys now just take the silly chat stuff too far down. It's definitely not a bad guy, but he needs a new format. Maybe just go back to doing what he used to do. I don't know. I think he's evolved past that now, though. Like, from the stuff I've seen, you know? Like, I think it's advantageous for a channel to talk about the things that they love, which is why the Redolescences and the fucking, maybe even the Gent Sense and the Max 40s and the fucking, all those other channels that have got massive. I shouldn't have included Ashton in that because well, no, I should, but I don't mean to throw shade at Ashton because I do actually quite like Ashton. I think he's got a definite passion for fragrances. I just wish he would talk about the fragrances he loves more often. Like, because I know he's into his vintage, like he's into like his similar his taste. I mean, it's not one for one at all, but no one's is. But his taste's much more similar to like mine and Ramsey's than it is to like these clone houses, you know. Leave it to Amanda and Malago to ruin your streams. Amanda's quite a nice person. I like Amanda. I'm not sure. Basic Malago's sound as well. I just wish they would. I mean, Basic Malago's really into his vintages, isn't he? So I'd like to sit and talk fragrances with Malago. I'd like to sit and talk fragrances with Ashton. There are some people I would genuinely not like to sit and talk fragrances with in the fragrance community, which is a fucking bonkers thing to say. Like I was saying before, I think if you just stick to the stuff that you love, like you won't need to try. The passion will just come out. It'll just happen, which is what I do. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying everybody should be like me at all, but I do think it's a basic thing that if you're going to talk about something as a hobby, that you should talk about the aspect of the hobby that you love. And it's effortless passion. It just happens naturally, and you can tell. How I love the Moon and Amberwood Nuke is like how I love Cool Water Aqua di Gio during the Cologne era. Just needs to fit into the one, not forced in. Yeah, I know. I get what you're saying. I like Aqua di Gio. Polo Sport was my favourite. I look forward to wearing Taste of Fragrance. Can't believe I got it after you reviewed it before. I fucking love that. My favourite one apart from the original. It's awesome. She only talks about herself and he just gives lectures, says Buzz. Welcome to the world. I like that dance stream isn't just about fragrance talk, but that's me. However, now his streams have lost their fun. I understand, Buzz. What's your opinion on Perfumum Romus is my view? Very linear. The fragrances are very linear. So what you smell after 5 minutes is what you'll smell after 5 hours, but they're very powerful. And they're very long-lasting. So, I mean, I've got 2, and I'm seriously considering Ambra Aurea. And I've been considering Ambra Aurea for a while, but I'm seriously considering it. Yeah, I think they're really good, actually. But not great. I've got their patchouli, and I've got Arso, which is a dead ringer for Feeling Agile. Excuse me. Eugene streams with Christo. I miss them. Christ on a bike, I miss them. Eugene streams with Christo, then streams with Duck. The proper vintages. Yes, the lockdown. God, I was ill. I used to like Chris too. I still do. He just got sick. I think he just really, the community he joined is not the community that he left. Put it like that. Not that I'm saying it was his fault that happened, but he didn't. Like, he just found nothing left in the fragrance community for him. Pardon me. Fried crumb streams are generally not what they used to be. Now people just generally want to watch videos and not streams where people talk about perfumes. And yes, here you are, the boss. Here you are talking perfumes. You were attracted. You were drawn in. Like a moth to the flame you were. Couldn't believe how much you loved it. Here you are in a fragrance stream. Having the time of your life, no doubt. Ramesses the Great. Maybe philosophize with Marlarco. Could do. Personally, this is always a good time. I like all YouTube fragrance channels. It's really hard, and I understand. Yeah. I can't act goofy in Persley's chats. He's too proper, too much a teacher that he is. Any thoughts on Hiram Green? I wasn't a fan, Micah, and welcome. But I wasn't a fan, I must admit. I thought it felt like being banged on the head. Nothing that Malaga was philosophized about is something that I haven't already thought about, says Buzz. You nailed it, says Scott. Once Cuddles became a feature on Dan's Live, extolling the virtues of fashionism and misogyny, and noped out faster than corn through a goose. Never watched again. Yeah, basically. Yeah. You're a total piece of shit, that guy. Total piece of shit. I bet Dan really, really, really regrets not only having him on, but standing up for some of the stuff and allowing it to be said. Cuddles is a fucking idiot, right? And all he does is he parrots stuff that he sees on the TV. You know? He's a fucking prat. He doesn't understand the words that he's saying. You know, like parrots can speak, but they don't know what they're saying. That's Cuddles. He has vocal cords, but his brain is not sufficient to comprehend his own verbiage. The fucking pervert. A disgusting human being. Every once in a while I feel like going over to his channel and just being like, oh, you're a fucking disgusting pig. And then I restrain myself. Although I have given in once or twice. Like just now. Discovering fragrances brought colour into my life again. That's why I'm so passionate. Yes. It's good to have a hobby. And it's good. This is one of the reasons why I like to just keep it. I like to keep it kind of like based on fragrance, because it's what joins us all together, not what we are all different and individuals and stuff. That doesn't need to be nurtured. You know, we're not children. What we need to fucking nurture and keep is what keeps us together. You know, excuse me if that sounds a bit kumbaya, but there we are. I like Varanus Radari, always have. He's fucking second to none. His knowledge is absolutely sensational. Like, I feel like putting on a dressing gown, smoking a pipe, and getting a cup of tea when I'm listening to him talk. You know what I mean? Like, I'm ready to learn some shit here. You know? I feel like wearing a pair of glasses even though I don't need them. I feel like nerding out. It's good stuff. It's great stuff. Stephen Tampton, how you doing, mate? I disliked Cuddles from day one. So I gave him the same chance that I gave him the same chance I give everybody when I meet them. And then I thought this guy's really fucking like unpleasant. And then I thought, actually, I think this man might be a bit retarded. So I was like, oh fuck, just like kind of put up with him for a while because he's obviously got like mental fucking learning difficulties or something. And then there was one day he said something, and I thought, you are stupid, but you're also an absolute piece of shit. That's kind of when I turned on him permanently. He said something and there was malice in it, like there was like real nastiness. And I thought, you are an absolute piece of shit. So there we go. I'm stealing corn through a goose. Yeah, I might steal that. Cutler's a man, that is misogynistic, fascist too. Oh my God, pick a struggle. Yeah, he's just, the thing is, he's completely useless. He's also been outed as, he worked in a school and he took one of the students back to his apartment. So, he's also a fucking pervert. He's just a generally creepy piece of shit, like. Haven't wailed on Cuddles for a while, like. Evening, Stuart Mabe, how are you? He has some odious characters on his streams over the years. Sometimes I lose interest, is Ashley. I think he's trying to generate, I think he's trying to, he's still trying to generate like what he considers to be controversy. That was always going to come back to bite him in the arse. You know? I think he was trying to generate and like make himself out to be like the presenter, where he would have different personalities on the show and stuff. But I think he found it very difficult to like yield like the floor, like, or the limelight to people. Oh, just found it. Just found a packet of chewing gum. How strange. I think Dan secretly wears his Miami Cuddles 2024 hat. Says Fat Wang. Welcome, Fat Wang. I hope you're well. Scent of the day. Quick Canage. Beautiful violet-y, makey, uppy leather. Yes, it is. Oh, being a man called Cuddles. Yes. I legit thought you were all talking about a puppy. Is Al Manzano still alive? Possibly. Looks like we're all piling in on Miami Cuddles. I mean, to be fair, you can say what you want about him. If you like him, you can say you like him. Like, there are some people who I'm extremely close to in Fragcom who were close to him, you know? And I didn't make a thing of it. I just said, look, this is me piece. I hate him. I think he's a piece of shit. But if you put up with him, you're a better person than me. You know what I mean? But a lot of stuff came out about him being an extra creep. You know, well, one of the things that really pissed me off about him is that the way he talked to and about women. I'm not one of these white knights and stuff because I think people can like stand up for themselves, but the way he would try and belittle other people to try and make himself feel better about the fact that he's a total fucking loser and his life's been a complete waste of time. The boss says your streams are really relaxing, Mitch. For some reason, I've just spent the last 10... I don't know, maybe I'm in a bad mood. Who's winning the Premier League this season, Rich? Can't say past Man City, to be honest. Arsenal will shit themselves again. Man City will get their players back because they've got loads of injuries and they'll just win. It's just the way it is. Miami nonce, says Stephen Tampton. That's exactly right. Just fine by me. He's a bellend. Kareem says Man United. Fucking don't. I hope you're not putting money on that, mate. I see there's a 75mm hedonistic on eBay for 340. But goodness me. He's too cheap to pay for bottles. Who's that? That could be fucking anybody in the community. That could be anybody in the community. Cuddles always use samples on downstream. He's just a fucking cheapskate. Just pretends that he's more than he is. No, he's just a yucky man, not your mood's fault. No, you're right, yeah. I don't usually... I think he's turned into a bit of a whipping boy for me. Like, because he can't get back to us. I mean, he's not witty enough to say anything insightful or like anything that's going to hurt me feelings, because I have no respect for his opinion. You know what I mean? But I think just every once in a while when I'm in a bad mood and I just feel like, because I just know that he's just a piece of shit, so I can just kick downwards. You know what I mean? It's not a particularly pleasant thing to say about yourself, that, actually. But fuck Cuddles. You know, for Cuddles, I wouldn't usually do that, but for Cuddles, I make an exception. You know what I mean? Found a bottle of Oda Sud. 45 USD. That is a bargain. It's Arsenal's, yeah. I don't think it is, you know. I think they'll shit themselves. Tried Memoir Man, Rich? No, but I have got that girl on Metallica here, and I will do a fucking video about it. I can't remember Memoir Man if I have tried it. I might have, but I can't remember it. You had a nice sparring session on that Margie stream, you and Cuddles. Yeah, that's the night I was watching. He ended up doing a live afterwards, and I ended up fucking putting it on just in case he was talking shit about us. You know what I mean? Back on fragrance for a minute, says Stuart. Yes, please. If you have perfume aroma also, is it worth getting feeling Aguila? Would it be redundant? Oh God. Well, I've got both, and it's a funny story. The week I bought Arso, right, I had one bottle of feeling Agile, and then I bought Arso to back it up, right, and thought I'll wear feeling Agile once or twice a year, and I'll wear Arso the rest of the time. And somebody then came to me and said, I will sell you a bottle of fucking feeling Agile sealed for fuck all. And I was like, yeah, go on then. So thank you very much. Is it redundant? For most people, yes, but not for me. Have you ever live streamed with Dan? Nah, I don't think I want to. He's tainted now. I hate to fucking say it like that, but he's kind of fucked it a bit, you know. He's in a different orbit. Do you know what I'm saying? I prefer memoir woman to man. Are you on the lookout for anything that still eludes you? Mine's basic, but I'd love to grab a bottle of pure Tonka. Well, I have pure Tonka. Pure Tonka goes for some fucking silly prices now. I've got 2 bottles of pure Tonka, actually. Memoir Man is my latest purchase. It's a bit of a mad fragrance. What's your quick elevator thoughts on Metallica? Too powdery for me. It's lavender with the Guerlainade. A little bit powdery, a little bit soft, a little bit femme for me. 40s, 50s masculine. The price, the aftermarket prices are absolutely fucking despicable. Don't pay it. I like the absinthe vibe with the resins in Memoir Man. I haven't tried, woman. I got a bottle of Pure Tonka for a good price recently. Absolutely massive. It is nuclear. I've heard Woman is good too, but I need to sample that one. After all of the patchoulis I've smelled, patchouli still tingles my stuff on another level. Is that Perfumum Aromas patchouli? Oh, you son of a bitch. Oh, you bastard. This one. I like this one too. Yes. I think the patchouli might be a little bit shit. I've smelled better patchoulis. Or have I? I just haven't worn this for a while. Leave it with us. I'll come back to you, let you know. Picked up Granville and Vetova from Dior. Nice. Stephen D, welcome. I can't believe it's £1,000 plus on eBay. Yeah, it's insane. I've heard one as well. The only thing I've seen of Cuddles was when he was trying to get Jeremy to do his Cuddle sign, and Jeremy asked why he was trying to make him do some weird sign. Yeah, Jeremy was like, no, which I thought was hilarious. You still in the market for backups of Ensemble Flamboyant? Yes. That and Murad Dont, please. And Ambra Fetiche. Ambra Aurea is great too, says Stephen. Yes, I'm considering Ambra Aurea. So many good patches. Coromandel is still a big love. Coromandel is towards the back, as is Au Noir, which I need to wear soon. Okay, friends, it's gone past 2 hours. That means I have had enough. I am going to go now. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Sorry the chat descended into talking shit about mentally insufficient people. But there we are. The escape, that's right. Didn't Money Burner create the Cuddles Crew sign? Pass. I think that was after I bailed. But thank you very much for watching, everyone. I appreciate it. Thank you for liking, for commenting, for subscribing, keeping me company on this Thursdayest of nights. Scott Bear, you are welcome anytime. Stuart Mabe, and all the other people who showed up for the first time. Thank you very much. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I will see you all again soon. Good night.